Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Miranda, and today I'm going to be doing a collective reading. Keep in mind these messages are general. They may resonate, they may not. Please do not force the story to fit. Take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for the next person. Flip and switch your roles if need be. If I say it's them and you think it's you or vice versa, then that's exactly what it is. Also check your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus placements for more messages. If this resonates, you may complete the story. If it doesn't resonate, excuse me, then you may resonate elsewhere. What is going on with the collective? What's going on with the collective? An update on the collective. What messages do you have for the collective? Okay. Okay, we have naked in the reverse. We've got brazen. We've got truth. Speak up. And we have grounding sideways. I feel like you're in a shell right now. You're hiding, or you're in a shell, or you're trying to protect yourself. It's almost like being vulnerable right now is terrifying to you. There's something you're protecting yourself from, or someone you're protecting yourself from, which is causing you to have this sort of maybe I don't want to say false confidence, because I don't think that you're not confident, but it's almost like vibrato, like you're like it's an over exaggerated sense of self-confidence. You have your chest out. There's something here that's bothering you though. Like, not only do you feel vulnerable with someone or something, or you feel like you have to protect someone or something in particular, you also feel as though you know a truth of sorts about something, and that it's eating at you, and you want to speak up about it. You want to say either your side of something, or you want to say the truth about something that's being hidden, or maybe there's a narrative out that's not correct and you want to correct it. There's something here about you wanting to speak your piece, you wanting to speak up about a truth, about putting something out there, correcting something. I think this is really bothering you, but there's something inside of you that says either not right now or don't do it at all. It's like you have this sense of self-control when it comes to this situation, even though it's bothering you. I want to dive deeper into this before we move on. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this situation. I need some water. Ooh, need some water. Tell me more about the situation. What is the situation? This has to do with an authoritative figure, or this could be you. I have the Emperor here with the Page of Cups. If you're new here, the Emperor for me represents an authoritative figure. Someone, it's a baby mother, a baby father, it's a boss, it's a community leader, it's I was about to say an electrician. They could be an electrician, but oh my God, it could be why am I not finding the word? It could be a coach. It could be someone in the political field. All right. So what's giving here is that, let me clarify the Page of Cups before I keep going on, because I don't know why the words are lost on me. Ace of Swords. Yeah. There's something that you want to, it's giving righteous. The Emperor is very strict. The Emperor is very fair. Okay. The Emperor takes care of business. The Emperor is all of the kings combined. Okay. You don't get higher than the Emperor as far as a masculine energy, even if you're a feminine. This is still, the Emperor has a masculine energy about him. The Emperor is like no nonsense. So I feel like you feel compelled to have to be the bigger person in some way, shape, or form, or you have to be the one to uphold honor. Why can I not talk? Spirit, can you please, one at a time, please? It's like you're stuck with a decision on how to move forward, right? With the Empress. Really? This has to do with your match? A love partner? Oh, okay. That was a twist and turn that I didn't see coming. Is this a love partner? Yes. Oh, okay. There's someone that is your equal counterpart. here, the feminine version of you. Even if you're a female, you may exude more masculine energy. You may be the more of the take charge type of energy, where this person may be artistic and creative and you know, those things here. We've got the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God, what is this? Just got really messy. What is there to speak up about? What is there? This not messy, but complicated. What is there to speak up about this Empress? What about this Empress? What is there to speak up about? Options? What is there to speak up about? There's a lot of different versions of a story running around right now. There's a lot of different things being said about you and this person, or something between you and this person. This is interesting. Why is the 3 of Wands here? This is not flowing as normal. Why is the 3 of Wands here? We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You feel stuck in somebody else's narrative of you and someone else. Or you're trying to get ahead of a narrative. You don't want people to... There's like several different versions of the story, and you're like, all of those are lies. That's all bullshit. Who is the Empress? Who is the Empress? Somebody that you walked away from or attempted to walk away from? Who is the Empress? Or someone who walked away from you? Take it where it resonates. Who is the Empress? The Magician in the reverse. Why is the Magician in the reverse? Who's the Empress? The Empress is someone who walked away and took everything with them. The Empress is someone who walked away and took everything with them. This could be tangible. This doesn't have to necessarily be tangible. It could be spiritual. They took everything with them. They walked away from the situation and took things when they left. What did they take? Oh, the Sun. The King of Cups in reverse. They took something that made you happy, or they took your happiness away. They depleted you of... They used your love against you, used it as a weapon against you, and they may have left you with some lasting hurtful words, or they're the ones that are fucking up the narrative here. You lost sleep over this. This is very specific. This is very, very specific, actually. Okay. All right, so we know who it is. We know what it is. We know that you're trying to, like, you feel frustrated about a narrative of a situation. Okay, cool. What are we doing? What to do about this narrative? Let's dive into that. Where are my decks at? What to do about the situation? What is their best course of action here? Really, what's the issue? So there's an issue here. Somebody took something from you, but why? What does that have to do with the narrative? And what is going on here in this situation? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, whatever this happened was past tense. This is something that already happened. Okay. All right. This could do with a breakup. Yeah, this could do with a breakup. Maybe you had a very public breakup with this person. What does this have to do with publicly? Because this was very King of Wands in reverse. Oh, okay. So there was a breakup between you and this person. Excuse me. I'm going to have to get some water. There was a breakup between you and this person, but the truth about the breakup there was a lie. This person lied about why you guys broke up. They lied about why things went south between the two of you. This person tried to paint you as the villain, as a bad person. And this is why this is bothering you, because you know that that's not truly what happened. And there's a part of you that wants to fix the narrative, but there's another part of you that says just let the narrative play out. There will be a time where the truth will be revealed. But this is weighing heavily on you because whoever is believing what this person is saying, you know that, you know what I mean? After a certain point, they're not even going to care to hear the truth. So it's like you want to get ahead of it now. Like you have this urgency to get ahead of it now. And Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You may be struggling financially at this time. You may be facing some type of blockages when it comes to your finance. And the Ace of Wands. But I wouldn't worry about this because you have new opportunities coming. You have a brand new, and it's going to be a passionate opportunity. Something that you can look forward to. Okay, let's see. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. I don't feel like you feel particularly optimistic about anything right now. That's what that Sun card was in the reverse. This person taking your happiness. When this person did what they did, they sucked you dry of something, or they depleted you in some way, shape, or form. They took your essence with. They took your essence with them. Wow. Okay. How? Why does this person have so much power over the collective? I mean that with love. The Temperance in the reverse. That's because this person presented themselves as someone that could be trusted, but what they did was they meticulously, they what's the word I'm looking for? They studied you. This person had selfish intention from the beginning, but they made you feel as though you could open up to them. They made you basically spill your heart and soul out to them, and then turn around and use everything that they've learned about you to break you. This person is fairly fucking evil, and I don't even want to keep talking about this. Yeah, this is a very evil. I'm not even gonna keep talking about this. Okay, so what should you do here in this situation? What's the advice? What should you do here? We're gonna move on. Okay, what should you do here in this situation with this person? What should the collective do here with the situation with this person? Should they speak up? Should they hold it down? What's the advice that they need regarding this whole situation? Opposites. Differences drive the connection further apart. Cannot see eye to eye. Infidelity. It says engages in frequent physical affairs to satisfy his cravings. Lies about whereabouts and personal relationships with others. What I'm hearing is, first and foremost, the people that maybe know this information, or the people have heard this information, the people that believe this information, they don't have the mindset that you have. So even if you were to tell them your side of the story, they're more so believe what they want to believe type of people. I don't think it really matters in the grander scheme of things. Okay. Also you have to understand that okay, I'm getting two messages here. If we're talking about you being faithful to this person, and this person saying you weren't faithful to them, you have to know your audience, right? You have to know your audience in order for, if you're speaking to, or if you're trying to convince a bunch of F boys and F girls that you didn't cheat, that's just, you know what I'm saying? They know it's just not going to be the thing, because they feel like everybody cheats because they do. Also, on top of that, if you're somebody out here right now, if your actions are showing that you're blowing through person to person, you're jumping from this person to that person. You know what I'm saying? If you're out one day and people see you with this person, and the next day they see you with another, that's not really going to help your case. So I feel like the advice here, let me just get one more before I say what I'm about to say. Give me one more. We have benching. It says, like someone enough to keep spending time with them, but not enough to commit. Ask others out when it's convenient. I feel like you are giving off the impression that you're non-committal. I feel like it's not just this person. So if you're worried about the narrative of you being faithful, I don't feel like this person is completely responsible for that narrative. I feel like your actions play a part in that. Okay, and if it's not being faithful, whatever this relates to, you are giving off that impression by your actions. So if you want to get ahead of this, I would advise you to be opposite of what you've been doing. I feel like I said, this person has studied you, and they've learned your tactics. They learned your moves. They learned this, and they use that against you. That's why this was so believable, because, for example, based on what's coming up here, and it doesn't have to be infidelity. It could be anything, but based on what's coming up here, let's just say it was infidelity. They made it seem like you cheated on them, and you know what I mean, let's say you guys were married and you cheated, and they took half of everything you own, or whatever the case may be, just for an example. You were showing signs of infidelity. So they used that and they amplified it and used it to make themselves a victim in the situation. Even if you didn't particularly cheat on them, you have patterns that show that you're not the most faithful person. Okay, so let me get one more, because I forgot what I was going to say before. It says, insensitive to others' needs and emotion, disregards concerns of others, justifies their anger to the point of... Okay. Also, to here, this person, like I said, they studied you. They know who your enemies are. They know who the people who you don't get along with. They know who don't really fuck with you like that. These are the people that they're talking to the most. If you're trying to get ahead of the narrative, it's going to be very hard. I'm hearing to not get ahead of the narrative, just to change change who you are. Because this person used your flaws and used them against you. But They lied about what you did, right? Maybe you do have characteristics of not being faithful. Maybe you are not the nicest person, you know what I'm saying? But in those instances where this person said you did it, you didn't particularly do it. Your job here is to correct those things. You need to correct the things that made it easy to frame you as that. And you also need to correct your discernment when it comes to people's intentions in your life. You know, you have to have a open your eye brighter. It doesn't mean put up a wall against everyone and don't let anyone else in, but it means that working on yourself, and it means that choosing better people to be in your life is very imperative. So what Spirit is saying is, don't try to get ahead of the narrative. The narrative is going to be the narrative of whatever it is. It was supposed to happen that way. It's supposed to be that way. Don't worry about the people who really fuck with you gonna know what's up. You know what I'm saying? The people who really down with you, they gonna know what's up. The people who believe the bullshit was never people for you to ever care about what they feel anyway. That's the message here. And I'm gonna move on from this. Hopefully that helps somebody here. Let's see. How are y'all doing today? How you guys doing? What do you guys want me to do for your signs tomorrow? What topic do you want to hear? You want to hear career? You want to hear love? You want to hear family? You want to hear whatever comes out? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're here right now watching this, let me know in the comments down below what you would want me to touch on for your specific sign tomorrow. Let's get into business and finance here. Let's get into your business and finance. Let's talk about your business and your finance. Let's talk about your business. What's going on in your business and your finance situation? Let's talk about your business and your finance. Let's see. What's going on with your business and your finance? We have roll the dice. We got prickly situation. We have ending. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see. Give me 2 more. That's 3. Give me 2 more, please. 1. Thank you. All right. It says roll the dice. It says time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents. It's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. So there's something, you've been dimming your light for someone or people, or you just didn't know that your light was meant to shine bright. Meant to shine bright. It says prickly situation. You need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. Work around the issue and use a gentle touch. So there is a situation that's going to cause you to have to just bite down, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's pretty much what this is saying. It's going to get worse before it gets better. You are in a position right now where you have not let your light shine. You have allowed other people, or you have allowed your circumstance and your environment to put you in a box where you did not belong and never did belong. Okay, so in order to remove yourself from that box, because you're going to ruffle some feathers when you do it, because you've put yourself there, you've allowed yourself to be there, and Spirit is saying no more. You don't belong there. So coming out of this box is going to be a shock to the people around you, especially to the ones who are used to shining. They're not going to want to have to bow down or have to share the spotlight. So you're going to have a transition phase of it getting worse before it gets better, okay? It says you may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. I've definitely felt that before I even said it. You may be where you are is not where you're meant to be, because you're limiting yourself. You may be because we had the Emperor come up earlier as your energy. So you may be an employee right now and you are meant to be a boss, or you may work in a certain position, but you were meant to be the head of that position. You know what I'm saying? Where you're leading the team, not someone leading you. Also, where you may be working at currently right now, there's no room for growth and elevation, right? Your title is what your title is. You may get raises, but you don't get promotions type of situation. You need to, if something is ending for you, allow it to end, because it is God's blessing, and He is going to create opportunities for you where you can thrive and you can shine, and you'll feel good about it. It says looking. It's okay to look for better work. It's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. You need to be aligned with your life's purpose to be fully satisfied. So some of you feel stuck and stagnant at your job, where there's no forward movement. You kind of just same routines. You know what I mean? It's just, there's no room for elevation in your job or whatever you're doing. Spirit doesn't want you to just up and quit your job without a plan. So it's okay to go look for other things. But when you're looking, don't just look for what pays you the most. Don't just look for what's familiar to you. Don't just look for something that, oh, I'm good at this, I can do this, and it pays me this amount. Let's do it. Look for something that's genuinely gonna make you excited to get up and go to work every day. You're genuinely gonna be like, I really like this job. Look for something that your talents can shine and thrive, because that's where you're going to find your success. Okay, it might not be this particular job, but that job may be that little push that, you might work at this job, and then somebody's going to come into your job. Just for an example, somebody's going to come into that job, and they're going to be like, oh, who made these scones? And they're going to be like, yeah, that's Collective in the back. Collective made it. And then the person ends up being some type of celebrity or some type of assistant of a celebrity. And they're like, hey, we'd like to hire you as a private chef. We'd like to hire you to cater this event. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could very well be that. But you have to be somewhere where you're happy and where you enjoy it, where your talents, they thrive and they shine, so you can be in a better situation. Okay, so when you're looking for a different job, don't just look for it for practicability. Look for it because you're passionate about it, because it makes you happy. Manifesting. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. This is literally the law of attraction. If you don't know what the law of attraction is, look it up. This is literally the law of attraction. This is how you manifest what you want. You think about what you want in detail. What do you want? Not about what you don't want, what you do want. Okay, don't be like, oh, I don't want to be late for work. No. You're manifesting backwards. We're not thinking about what you don't want. You think about what you do. What you want to do is you want to be on time for work. And there is a difference when you're manifesting between saying, I want to be on time for work and I don't want to be late. That is two different frequencies. So when you're manifesting and you're telling the universe doesn't understand don'ts. Doesn't stand I don't want, no's. They don't understand that. They understand the frequency that you're emitting. They understand the energy that you're focused on, right? So if you're focused on late, they're going to bring you late. If you're focused on time, they're going to bring you on time. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you need to think about what it is that you do want for yourself in detail. Don't worry about how it's going to come, but worry about what it is that you want. And as we're talking about career, this is just an example. Let's say I want a job that has X, Y, Z perks. I want a job where I have X, Y, Z freedom. I have a job where I'm getting paid X amount at this rate, or you know what I'm saying? I want a job that has X, blah, blah, blah. Put it down. Be very specific about what you want. Do not start putting limitations. Don't say I don't want. Don't focus on the things that you don't want. Word it to where I do want it. So let's say at your last job, you had a bitchy ass boss, or just a bitter ass boss, or somebody who just a coworker that just was driving you up the wall. Like you don't want to have coworkers who are insufferable. Let's not put that. Put I want to, or I had. No. When law of attraction is present tense. So sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages right now. Law of attraction is present tense. So when you're speaking about it in present tense. You want to say, I'm glad, I'm grateful, I'm happy, I'm excited that I'm working at a job where me and all of my coworkers get along, where we mesh well, we work well, as opposed to saying, I don't want to work with somebody who's a bitch. I don't want to work with somebody who's miserable. I don't want to work with somebody who has a bad attitude. You focus on what you do want. Okay, now that that's out the way, when you put this down, I'm sorry this is taking a minute, but when you put that down, hopefully this is helping somebody. Let me know in the comments down below if it is. When you put that down, write it down, read it aloud, read it in your mind, read it over and over again until you believe what it is that you wrote. Not in a delusional way, but in a way that is hopeful and has faith, that you have faith that this is yours, that you want it and it's yours. Now, the next thing to do, you're going to start looking for jobs that reflect what you want. Okay, or let's say if it's a car, for instance, let's say you want a particular car, write down exactly what type of car you want, year, make, model. Don't worry about the price. Don't worry about how you're going to get the money. Don't worry about none of that. Write down what you want. Then you go to the dealership. Then you sit your ass down in that car. You test drive the car. You get the feel of the car. You smell what it smells like. You feel it. You touching all the buttons. And you know what I'm saying? You're getting familiar. Your physical body, your senses are getting familiar with this thing that you want. This is what you need to do in order to manifest, okay? All right. Let's get one more work card. And we have protection. It says you're being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while and you will be shown the truth. So I feel like you're dealing with a lot of conflict right now. You're thinking about leaving your job. You're going through this situation where somebody was saying that you were a cheater or you did them wrong in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like you have a lot on you. Spirit wants you to know that you're being protected from what you don't feel like you're being protected from. You feel like, why is all this happening? You know, because the phrase is, the weapons formed against me shall not prosper, but they didn't say the weapons wouldn't form. It just say it wouldn't prosper. So right now, maybe you got formed weapons, but it's not going to hold you back. It's not going to hold you down. All right. What it is, Spirit, let Spirit doing what they do. And the Spirit is going to protect you from this. Okay. You're not going to face, you may feel like you're getting hit, but you're really being protected. It's like you have a bulletproof vest on. Just when you have a bulletproof vest on, you still feel, you know what I mean, pain from getting shot, but you don't, you know what I mean? You're protected though. If that makes any sense, I hope that made sense. All right, let's see. Let's move on. Give me some messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know at this time? What does the collective need to know? I'm going to shake this up a little bit. What does the collective need to know at this time? Give me some messages for the collective. Give me some messages for the collective. Wow. Okay. We have hopeless in the reverse. We have soulmate sideways. We have obscurity in the upright. We have pain. We have rejection in the reverse. We have intuition sideways. Heart fog in the upright. And we have reconciliation second chance. Who got you in your feelings, collective? This is definitely a love situation that you are highly confused about. You don't have clarity on this situation at all whatsoever. It's like you have hope here for someone that you battle with, this person being your soulmate, or if you're being delusional. And part of this is because there isn't transparency here in this connection, whatever this is. There's secrets here. This connection itself may be a secret. And there may be pain involved here, or you're carrying pain from a past relationship and it carried on to this relationship. Or it could be that you and this person have been through some things. But whatever this is, your heart is open to this person, or they make you feel some type of way. You're in your head about this person. Absolutely. If you've been through something with this person, I feel like you want to make up with them. Or if you've been through something with this person, I feel like you want to start over. You want a fresh new start. You know, you want to go back to the time where before something happened between the two of you. I feel like there's a lot of mixed signals going on between you and this person. What is that about? What is this about? Is it this? No. Let me get my other deck. There's a lot of mixed signals going on between you and this person. Tell me about what's going on with this union. Why is the collective so confused here? Why is there a lot of them? Like, there's a lot of uncertainty here. Like, you're all over the place when it comes to this particular connection. Why is that? Wow. Somebody was blindsided here. If we see the Five of Swords here, there's a lot of swords in that person's eyes. Somebody feels blindsided here. This could be you. Blindsided here about someone moving on with their life. Okay, what's the Three of Cups, though? What's the Three of Cups? The Nine of Cups. Yeah. Somebody blindsided you here about moving on with their life. Maybe living in some sort of... Nine of Cups is emotional and physical, like, satisfaction. It's like your dreams coming true. And Three of Cups represents celebration, partying, and things of that nature. I feel like you got blindsided here about someone either moving somewhere or moving forward in their life. Because if you notice the Nine of Cups in any of the decks, it's them standing in front of the cups themselves. I feel like whoever this is maybe an independent individual, and they may have just like hit you out the blue, like, hey, you know, I got this job promotion at such and such, and I'm gonna move. I'm about to move to another state and work at such and such job, and you're like, but what about us? What about us? That's Brandy. What about us? I don't know if that song resonates with you or if you need to listen to the lyrics, but it's called What About Us and it's by Brandy. Tell me why you're confused about whether or not this person is your soulmate. Why are you confused about whether this person or not is your soulmate? What's the confusion here with that? 5 of Wands. You guys had a fight that maybe didn't get resolved here. Or maybe the type of fight that you had. What does this fight have to do with the soulmate connection? What does this fight have to do with not knowing? 10 of Wands. Oh, you know why? You had a fight with this person that never really got resolved. This is a fight that continuously either plays in your mind or plays in their mind. And I feel like whatever happened, you guys didn't address this. And you kind of just went forward. And because we have the 5 of Wands here. We got the 5 of Swords in reverse. 5 may be significant to you. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the Hermit in the reverse. We have the Empress. So what it's giving me here is that you guys had a fight that you really didn't, you didn't talk about. And you kind of pushed past it, or like maybe you guys got into an argument, right? And then the next day you guys act like the argument never happened and you guys kind of just resumed the rest of your day. It's giving me the energy of that's what happened here. But why is that making you question whether or not this person is your soulmate? Why is that making you question? The 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups in the reverse though. Why is that making you question whether or not this person is your soulmate? The 8 of Cups in the World. Oh. Because whatever this fight was, whatever happened between the two of you, if this had been someone else, there would have been no acting like nothing happened. There would have been no reuniting. This is someone that made you act unusual or made you, normally on a normal sense. Or maybe you just didn't know you felt this way about them until this happened. And then here you are back and you're like, well, if I'm back, then I must feel toward them in a way that I normally don't feel toward others. It is giving me the energy of you're used to, if you got into this type of fight with anyone else, it would have been clipped for them, but it wasn't clipped for this person. Because you came back around, or you allowed them to come back around. Tell me why you're struggling to figure out this person is a soulmate. The Prince of Wands. Your connection this may be a secret connection with the Prince of Wands. You may be hunching on the low with this person. This is interesting. Okay. I'm gonna switch off this in a second. We got the 10 of Cups in the reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse. This is a third party situation. Either you had someone else. Ooh, don't tell me that you was dealing with this person when this other person said that you was being unfaithful. Come on, y'all. Is that other person right about it? I don't know, because you feel like that person lied. So maybe not. Maybe they hyped up this situation to be that way with this person, because I see you not having success with this secret person here because of a third party situation. So, okay. All right. Let's get past that. We already figured out why, but where do we go from here? What do you want to know about this, collective? You want to know if this person is your soulmate? You want to know where to go with this? Let's see. I'm curious to know what the pain is about. What is the pain about? Oh, this person leaving. Or this person like up in... Yeah, I got stuff going on. I'm struggling to figure out which I want to know. What do you want to know about the situation? Is this person your soulmate? Whatever the collective is thinking about, what do they want to know about this person in this situation? Give them some messages about this person in this situation that they need to know, that they want to know, that they're thinking about. What do they need to know? The Empress. Okay, what about the Empress? That's Taurus energy. What about the Empress? I have realized I didn't say the signs this whole time. Aquarius energy. The Empress, the Star. Okay, what about it? What about this energy? What do they need to know? What do they want to know? What do they need to know? What do they want to know? The Justice in the reverse. What do they need to know? What do they want to know? That's 3 major arcana, by the way. What do they need to know? What do they want to know? The Fool. That's 4 major arcana. Give me one more. What do you need to know? What does the collective need to know? What do they want to know? That's 5 fucking major arcana back to back. This connection is very significant. This connection is this connection, without a doubt, without a fucking doubt, is spiritually supposed to, like, it is divinely put in your life. That for sure. Every single last, and I took my time, y'all. Every single last one of these are major arcanas. This is a divine connection if I've ever seen one. But what does that mean for you? What the collective, what you need to know, what Spirit is wanting you to know, is that the Empress, this character, this person, whether they are a male or female, they're coming up in a very fertile energy. They're coming up in a very creative energy. They're coming up in a very forward movement energy. The Empress creates. The Empress brings things to life, and life is progressive. Okay, it's adaptive. This is someone who is very nurturing. Okay, the Empress, like I said, brings things to life. They nurture things. The Empress brings the sun in the room, brings the dirt in the room, brings the rain in the room, and puts it all together and makes something out of it. Or they show up in a room where it's already present and they just put their touch on it, and then things create. Whoever this is a very bright energy, a very creative person. This is somebody who requires equal give and take. Okay, this is not someone who you can half-ass with. This is not someone who you can, this is someone that requires equal give and take. And if you don't give this person equal give and take, then there is no room for growth and expansion here. This person, and this could be why this situation went south between the two of you, because we have the Magician here with this person manifesting things for themselves. And again, the magician doesn't work as a team. Like, the Magician is he's got all the tools for himself, and he's using all the tools to create for himself. So I feel like maybe what you didn't know is that you had an Empress in your grasp, whether they're a male or a female. Okay, maybe you didn't know that. Maybe there was no equal give and take here, and that caused this situation to fumble, with the Fool in the reverse, where this person may have decided to take their time in another direction. Okay. This is interesting. What else do they need to know about the situation? What do they need to know for those who want a second chance here? Because I do see second chance. What do they need to know about this having a second chance here? 4 of Wands, that's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. Maybe you want a relationship with this person. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. What do they need to know about a second chance here? What do they need to know about a second chance here? Chariot in the reverse. What do they need to know about a second chance here? The Sun card. Oh. What this is saying is that even though this connection was divinely guided, you are still holding on to a past relationship. I feel like that's that first person that we were talking about, because it's also talking about a financial loss here. It's talking about money being taken or stolen, or a home being taken or stolen, or something like that, and there not being forward movement, and there being misery within the energy here. So Spirit is wanting you to work on this past, the healing of this past relationship. I don't know, y'all. It's given that you wasn't a third party and your ex wasn't lying. I'm just gonna, I'm not just saying based on what's coming out here, because where did this person come from? I don't know. Anyway, maybe they, like I said, maybe they knew what they knew. Maybe you weren't cheating, and this was somebody that maybe you got with when you guys were on a break, and then you cut them off when you started working things out with your ex, and they were like, no, you never cut them off, and they were there the whole time. It's going to be different for everybody, but this is interesting. So Spirit wants you to heal from the situation if you want to even have a chance, a second chance with this person, because I do feel like they were sent to you by the divine. Like, you guys were brought together. This was definitely a divinely guided connection. However, this whole situation that with the ex or whoever this is that was lying on you, that you feel like you need to tell your side about, that whole situation right here got in between this shit right here. got completely in between this shit right here. And if you do want a second chance, which Spirit is giving you the option of whether you want to, if you want them back, if you do want them back, if you do want to reconcile with this person, first you have to realize who you're dealing with. This is an empress that you're dealing with, whether they are a man or a woman. You are dealing with an empress that requires equal give and take, and they're not about the bullshit. And if you don't stand up, if you don't come with that emperor energy, which I feel like you are, if you don't show up for them with that emperor energy, they're going to move on with their life because they're independent and they don't need you and they don't need anybody. Just like you don't need them, they don't need you. This is what I'm getting. Okay. We got a lot of major arcana. We got the sun, which is Leo energy, Cancer energy. We got Taurus energy here. Not Taurus. Yeah, we do have Taurus energy with this. Taurus energy, Aries energy, Aquarius energy, and Libra energy. And I'm sorry I haven't been saying the signs. I've just been caught up with the message. And don't get caught up in the signs either. If you don't hear your sign, that doesn't mean the message is not for you. All right, now we got that situation out of the way. Tell me what else the collective needs to know. What else does the collective need to know? What messages do they need to hear? What do they need to know? What are the messages for the collective today? We got Chaser. We have Destiny. What does the collective need to hear? We've got Confusion sideways. What does the collective need to hear? What do they need to know? We have Habits in the reverse. Okay. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Forgiveness in the reverse. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Neglected in the reverse. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Give me one more, and then we're gonna Irreplaceable in the reverse. I feel like you're fatigued with life, collective. This is giving me, it says I'm struggling to find the right path. I don't want to chase anymore. It's almost like you've been running in circles with your head cut off, not really knowing what direction to go, who to be with. I feel like prior to recent times in your life, or maybe even still currently right now, you don't have the proper guidance, or you weren't raised in a certain type of way, and you're just looking for the path. You're looking for where you need to head or where you need to go. You're looking for God to be like, this is the direction you need to go in. For some of you, you found that. For others of you, you're still looking. I feel like you do have an idea, or you are listening to your intuition even more if you haven't done before, that you're getting a lot of downloads or you're getting a lot of information. Take it where it resonates, right? You're getting a lot of information, you're getting a lot of downloads. Wherever it's coming from, it's creating confusion for you because it's going against what you know to be true in your life. It's going against everything that you've learned. It's going against, your cognitive dissonance. And I never say that right, and I feel like I just said it right for the first time. So it's going against that, and it's creating a lot of chaos and for you mentally. You having to let go of the root things that you've held on to your entire life. I'm assuming that mostly, if not everyone here, is an adult. So if you went through your whole life all the way into adulthood learning a certain type of thing, and now you have to unlearn it, it's a very hard thing to do. It's very overwhelming. I feel like that's the energy that you're in. Some of the things that you're unlearning are habits. You're unlearning certain type of habits. I feel like these habits may be a little bit hard, but you are trying to work on those habits. Also here, you struggle with giving forgiveness to others. And let me tell you this. I was someone who didn't really quite understand what forgiveness meant, because they tell you what to do but don't tell you how to do it. They tell you got to forgive people and forgiveness is for you and not for them, but they don't tell you how to forgive. They don't give you a how to. How do you do that? They don't explain to you the process. What does that even mean to forgive someone? What it means is that when you forgive someone, what you do is understand that what happened to you for a reason. Okay, when you forgive someone, you realize that at that time, that even though that person hurt you, they were hurting more than you at that time. That they were able to do something to hurt you because they were hurting even more than you. And that doesn't excuse them for their actions, but it does paint the picture that they were already suffering. and there's no need to allow yourself to suffer and to add suffering onto them. They were already suffering way worse than what they've ever done to you. Okay, so and also for you not to hold on to it because you suffer. You not to constantly think about what was done wrong to you because you suffer. You just accept that that person was in such a place of pain that they caused pain on you. And that you are above that now. You're better than that now. You're moving forward with your life. That doesn't mean you have to be friends. That doesn't mean you have to, you know what I mean? You don't have to hold their hand. You don't even have to really acknowledge them. But forgiveness comes within. I feel like you guys struggle with that. That you still hold on to what was done to you. If you change your perspective and you look at it in the sense of, not this wasn't done to me, this was done for me. This happened to me so I can learn how to handle myself in situations like this. This happened to me so that my intuition became sharper. My instincts are sharper now because of this. You have to look at all of the positive things that came from it instead of the negative. And that's how you kind of handle this situation here. Instead of going, this person did this to me, instead of sitting in the pain of it, sit in the positives of what happened. Okay, so this person did such and such to me, and now I know how to do this. This person did such and such to me, and it made me learn this bit of information here. This person did such and such to me, and I've never been stronger. This was exactly what I needed to become the strength that I am today. So turn it around like that. Use forgiveness in the sense that, you know what, if things weren't done to you, they were done for you. And there's no need for you to carry pain. There's no need for you to carry resentment. There's no need for none of that. They're already suffering. And that's why they made you hurt. That's why they did what they did to you, because they were already suffering. And now you don't have to suffer with them. You don't have to be the catalyst of their pain. You don't have to suffer and be with them. You don't have to sit in their misery that they caused you. You can release this. Absolutely easier said than done. Takes a lot of practice. It says, I failed to give you what you need. Neglected came out in a verse. I feel like you think that you've completed everything. You've followed the direction. You've done what society says you need to do. You've done what your family says you need to do. You've done everything the way everyone says that they wanted you to do it or that you should do it, and things still fell apart. People still don't see your worth. You still don't see your worth. You're still lacking self-love energy that you need for yourself. And I'm already feeling it here. It's because you've been abiding by other people's rules and standards when those people don't even abide by those rules and standards. I'm going to say that the fuck again. You have been abiding by other people's rules and standards when they themselves don't abide by those rules and standards, and you've stripped yourself from your own personal identity. You've stripped yourself from your own light that was given to you by God. That's why you don't feel like you love yourself as much as you need to or should because you've given your power away. Hold on. All right, let's talk about you, because you're confused about your destiny, where you need to head. Let's give you some advice here on what you need to do as far as that, so you can get on path, so you can learn how to forgive, so you have some type of aid in how to get right. You know what I mean? Get the proper direction you need. Where should you be going? What you should be looking for? Give me some advice for the collective on what they need to do here in a situation so they can be in a line and path with destiny, how destiny wants them to be, how the divine has set it out to be. We got forbidden fruit here. We have timing. Okay. Give me two more. We have no pity party. We already talked about this, right? We talked about not being a victim. We talked about forgiving, right? All right, and it says Fantasyland. Okay. Right off the bat, before I even get into the literal message on the card, couple things that needs to be worked on here is that you don't have, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say self-control, but you kind of give into desires. You kind of give into things that are just not necessarily the greatest for you. You don't have the most discipline in certain areas. That doesn't mean you're not a disciplined person. That means there's a certain things that you lack discipline with that you need to work on. Also, you want instant gratification, or you want to see some sort of sign that things are working out for you. The universe does not work on time. Time is a human construct. The universe is its own own time is just not a thing. Everything is the past, present, and future is all happening at the same time within the universe. Time is not a thing. So you wanting to see, I know that was just really, really a big thing to say, but yeah. I feel like you want to see the progress. You want to see your work being reflected back to you. That just for an example, like you planted the seed, like you're waiting a couple of weeks and you want to see, a little green pop out of the soil. And the universe is like, you will see green pop out of the soil, but not on your time, when you're ready or when I'm ready to give it to you, or whatever the case may be. It's like you want to control the time because it gives you a sense of peace. You want to control the time because it helps motivate you to do more, but that's where your faith comes in. So in lack of better words, I'm kind of saying you focus more on the time instead of your faith. Okay. And I don't mean faith in like a higher power. I mean, just even faith in yourself. That you're capable and you're able, that you have to see results or else you don't believe in yourself, or you don't believe that this thing is going to happen. That's a lack of faith. Let's see. It says no pity party. It's giving you not sitting in this victim mindset, or you not allowing something bad that happened to you to live with you, to sit with you, control you, for you that to be a callback every time. Oh, you hurt me, you hurt me, you hurt me. No. Did it hurt? Yes. But they helped you too. It's all about perspective and about not living in a victim mindset, not always saying such and such did such. Okay, they did, but you don't have to live there. Okay, you do not have to live there. So no more pity parties. Then we have Fantasyland. Some of y'all may be smooth talkers, and that shit may help you and hurt you at the same time. So there's that. But also, like, I'm getting two things. Don't create a fantasy for someone else that you can't live up to. Don't create a fantasy for yourself that you can't live up to. Don't get so... Learn the difference between believing and manifesting and delusion. Okay? That's very hard for some people to do. The difference between that is faith and hope. The other difference is denial, right? When you are living in a state of delusion, you are living in a state of denial about your current situation. When you are manifesting, you're not denying what your current situation is. You are trying to change the situation. There's a very big difference here. Some of you don't know the difference between delusion and manifesting. Okay, you're going to have to learn the tact between running from reality and trying to change your reality. Okay, all right, now let's get into the actual meaning of the word. It says sometimes someone is married, loves someone who doesn't love them back. Excuse me. Oh my God. Someone is married, loves someone who doesn't love them back. Religious or cultural differences, loves an ex-family member. You're chasing behind what doesn't align. And that's just what it is. You're chasing behind what is not aligned. Whether it's people around you that don't share the same beliefs, morals, values as you. People around you who have other obligations and don't even have room to fit you in, and you're trying to squeeze in a space where you don't belong. That's that. And then we have timing. Timing is off. Focused on other things and or other people. Desire to be in a relationship is not there, playing the field. That has a double meaning for me as well. Again, that's you not focused on what you need to be focused on. You're saying that you want to know what your path is, but you are constantly deviating from that path because, oh, look at this shiny thing over there. You're constantly deviating from the path because, oh, I just want to have a little fun. I've been traveling on this road for so long. I'm kind of tired. I deserve to sit down for a little while. But when you sit down, you're sitting there at the bottom of the tree, like about the lie, you're sitting down at the bottom of the tree, you see you picking up the piece of fruit, come to find out the fruit got alcohol in it, now you're drunk. Now you're not even on the path because now you got to come down. That's just an example, okay? You kind of deviating from the path because you're getting distracted by things that just don't do you well. Some of you are searching for love internally. Some of you are searching for self-love, and you're searching for love from a partner, but you're out here doing this, hunching on that, talking to this person, dating that person. You're all over the place. That's not for everybody. That's just for some of you. You're looking for love, but yet you're not operating in that sense. You're operating in hit it and quit it. You're operating in not allowing people to get close to you. Like, you saying you want one thing, but you're doing another. Okay, then we have does not feel bad for others if they're going through personal emotional issues and dismisses other people's pain. What you do here is you disassociate. Because you have so much going on in your life, you find it very hard to empathize with other people and the things that they're going through. It's like you don't have time and space for and capacity for others. But what happens is what you put out in the universe, it comes back to you. And because you are so hyper focused on self, and I'm not saying that you're a bad person for this, because this is a thing. This happens. That you're so hyper focused on self, you're so immersed in your own self things, where it's like, oh my God, I got this going on, I gotta pay this bill, I got this situation I gotta handle, I got this, da 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 da. And then someone that comes to you and they're like, I had a really bad day. And you, when this person says they really have a bad day, you feel absolutely nothing for them because you have so much going on in your life. But there's always room for compassion for others, and you can use your own situation to give compassion to others, because you're going through so much right now. You know what it feels like to not be happy. So just empathize with that person for a minute. Like, you know what, you're going through some shit. I'm sorry, man, because I know what it feels like to go through some shit. You're not feeling good right now. I know exactly what you're feeling because I'm feeling that right then and there. You lack compassion for others because of your things that are going on in your own life, and that kind of holds you back because, like I said, what you put out, what you put out in the universe comes back to you. All right, so let's move on to the last thing. It says idealistic view of love. We just talked about love. Idealistic view of love thinks everything is perfect and going as planned. Lives in pretend world, not real love. Illusions, picture perfect. For those of you who this is not about love, because this is about your general path. These cards of advice here is about your general destiny and your general path. Oh my God, why can I not talk? You may have an idealistic view of what is right and what's wrong, or what should be and what shouldn't be. You've already set the standard and you're trying to chase the standard, is why you feel so maybe discombobulated in your destiny and where you're headed, and maybe, whereas things start going right but then they don't. It's because you already have a preconceived notion in the back of your mind of what should be, what is going to be, what should happen, you know what I mean? What things look like, instead of allowing the universe to show you what these things actually are. If we're talking about love, allowing the universe to show you that maybe what you thought was love was not. But this is what love looks like. You're chasing an ideal instead of embracing what is, okay? So there goes your destiny, your path, what you need to work on and all of that. And I'm going to pull one last spread and then we're going to get out of here. Or two. There's somebody that's thinking about you. I can feel it. Somebody heavily has you on their mind. It's apology. So either you owe someone an apology or they owe you an apology. That wasn't even supposed to be there. But somebody's thinking about you. Let's see. I don't know if that... Give me some messages for the collective. It doesn't have to be what I just said. It could be anything. Give me some messages for the collective. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Give me some messages. What does the collective need to know? We have peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Talk about it. Give me some messages for the collective. Is this the good shit? Soulmate in the reverse? Okay. What? Give me some messages for the collective. Realization in the reverse? Okay. Give me some messages for the collective. Nourish, self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding, very on theme with the reading today. Give me some messages for the collective. Did I not already do this one? I did already do this one, so I'm going to pull both. I did this one, did I not? I'm pretty sure that I did. Or is soulmate in both? Nah, I did this one already. Anyway. We have peace, we have soulmate in the reverse, we have realizations in the reverse, we got nourish, and we got spying. Oh shit. Okay, who is this? Who's spying? Give me some messages for the collective. Emotional storms, unstable, affected. What the fuck? Who's this? Clarity, exhaustion, curse. Here goes. Oh fuck. All right, collective, you got somebody in your energy that has put a curse on you. This person wants you to be exhausted. They want you to be confused. They want your life to go to shit. They want your life to go to hell. Pretty much is what it is. But instead of your life going to hell, they're seeing you thrive. They're seeing you succeed. They're seeing you at peace. They're seeing you at peace. They're seeing you self-elevate. Okay, I don't want to even talk about this energy right here. I want to know what's good coming to you. What could you look forward to? I don't want to talk about that. I just need you. There's somebody in your energy that's thinking about you that probably owes you an apology, but they want to bring you hell. They want to bring you hell. Tell me about, hold on. Tell me about the next good thing that they can look forward to. What's the next good thing that they can look forward to? Short term, long term? What can they look forward to here? What can the collective look forward to here? Short term or long term? Tell me about it. Do I have water? I need to go get some water. Let's see. What the collective, give us something good to look forward to. What can they look forward to in short term or the long term? What can they look forward to? We have the 5 of Cups here. We have the Prince of Swords. We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Lovers. What? Someone's returning. Someone that affected you. I don't know if this is affecting you now, or someone is going to return in the near future or the future. This is what's coming, what you could look forward to. Someone that you've cried over, or someone that really struck some emotion out of you. Someone who really touched you deeply. Someone who have a deep connection to. There's going to be communication with this person, maybe in the near future or the far future, of you kind of separate, sorting out your differences, and you guys kind of coming back together in union. What can the collective look forward to? Okay, so a past person returns and love ensues. 2 of Wands, and then we have the 5 of Discs in the reverse. Is this that secret connection? Because look at this deck here. This is in the reverse. In the upright, it's kind of like this person watching this other person have what they don't have, right? They're on the other side watching this, whoever collect what's theirs. This came out in reverse, but this is also giving me the energy of, no, not secrecy. Like this person, whoever that is on the other side, sharing sharing the pentacles with this other person. We have the 2 Wands. Give me more about this. What is happening here with the situation that returns? We have the King of Swords in reverse. There's going to be a very, very tough conversation. You may even fight with this person. Okay. Okay. Why is that good? Why is that good? The Strength card. It's going to bring you guys closer together. Okay. It's gonna strengthen your bond. Okay, maybe this is the conversation that needed to be had that wasn't had. Then we have the Prince of Wands in the reverse. Why is that? Why is this a good thing? The 2 of Cups and the Temperance in the ring. Yeah. Does it feel like they should have put a ring on it? I feel like you're going to move. Yeah, you guys are going to move quickly after this. You guys are going to fight, or you're going to argue. You're going to hash some shit out. And then you guys are going to be you're going to be in love. You're going to be out of your head. Okay, why is the Princess of Swords in the reverse? We got the Moon. What else? We got the 3 of Swords. Oh, man. Oh. You know what it is? This person comes back and they whatever it is that is plaguing your mind about this person and this connection, what happens is you heal from this. They give you clarity on what happens. What was hidden before is once more. Once you're hidden before wasn't what's once. Oh, my God. What was hidden before is not hidden anymore. Thank you. Sheesh. All right. And then we have the Ace of Swords. What's good about this connection? You know what? You have some sort of, some of you feel like this person left you for another person. Or some of you feel like this person left you because you felt like they wasn't good enough. I feel like this person is going to explain to you exactly why this person left you, or exactly why this didn't work out. Why is this good? 9 of Swords in the reverse, the 4 of Swords, then we have the 5. Yeah, I feel like you get truth, you get clarity, you get to make a decision for yourself, and you get to move forward, okay? You get to, you evolve into the Emperor energy, which I feel like you are right now, but in this current, you get in this connection. Is this Empress? Is that Empress that we was talking about? That, like, she needs, like, equal give and take, or whatever the case may be? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Anyway, you're going to resolve a situation with someone, and you may fight at first, and you may argue, you may go through the motions and eat emotions. Okay, you may feel like you hurt me, you abandoned me, you left me hanging, you left me in the dust. But this is all to make you stronger. So that's what you have to look out for. Somebody from your past is going to return, and I'm not going to clarify that. But let's get their feelings and emotions. Maybe we can clarify who it is through that. What's their feelings and emotions? What's their feelings and emotions? Whether this is collective feelings and emotions for this person, or this is this person's feelings and emotions toward the collective. Okay, what words can they hear? What message can they get so they can understand who is that past person that they are going to make amends with in the future? We got jealousy in the reverse. It says, I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. It came out in the reverse. So whoever this is or you may not show jealous tendencies toward each other or one toward the other. There's not a sign of like jealousy, I should say. It says, I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that has not served me or hindered my growth. So whoever this is given that energy that I was telling you about, that Empress energy, that kind of very independent, focus on their growth, or this could be you focusing on your growth. This is maybe a message that you gave to someone else saying you got to focus on you. Give me more messages showing out. It says I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered. So take that where it resonates, whether this is you or that person. Okay, it says I can't wait to see you again. So this is somebody that you get excited to see. This is someone that even current right now in your current energy, if you were to see them right now, you would be very happy. Like you actually want to see them. It says you feel like home in the reverse. It says being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. This came out in the reverse. Why? This person was putting you through it. Says you bring me so much happiness and peace. Or it could be that this person just came around in your life during a time where it was very volatile, where you was going through a lot of drama. Because if it is that, it doesn't have to be, guys, but if it is that Empress person, the one that, was focusing on themselves or whatever the case may be, it could be that they came around your life during the same time frame as that first energy that came out, that first person that is giving this bad narrative about you. It could be you could have met this person around that drama time for yourself. Take it where it resonates, but based on what I'm seeing here in this whole entire reading, that's what I'm getting. It says your beauty is so captivating that I forget to blink. You may like to look at this person, or this person may likes to look at you. You may catch this person staring at you, or you've caught them, or you stare at them. It says, I find your inner wisdom really attractive. So whoever this is fairly intelligent, or they know what they're talking about, or, there's just a little something different about them that's just better than the next. Or take it, reverse the roles. Like I said, give me one more. I know I keep going. I like to hear happy stuff. Have my kids. I want to have a family with you. I know you'd be an amazing parent, and I dream of the day I can experience raising a family together. This is somebody that you can, either you like how they have children, and you find them to be a good parent, or you legitly could see yourself having a child with this person, or this person may have said these things to you that, and if it's not that, if you can't have a kid because everyone can't or everyone doesn't want to, if that's the case, then this could be adopting, or this could be blending families. Okay. It says unclear. It says, I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. This is someone who your feelings toward them are very certain. Your feelings toward them is very certain. This is somebody you may have had an aha moment about recently, or you're going to soon. Let's see. Emotional intimacy. It came out in reverse. I'm afraid to truly open up to you and be raw, authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. This is someone that makes you feel emotionally safe, or they feel emotionally safe with you. This came out in the reverse. This is someone who you've shared very intimate moments with, like emotional intimacy. You've opened up about things that were hard to talk about with others. You could talk to this person about. It says, let me go. It says, you deserve all the good things in the world, and right now I'm not in a space to give you the connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. This is what I'm getting. This is your energy to this person. Because, I don't know, you was coming up a little bit non-committal, like you was playing the field. You was coming up a little bit play. You know what I'm saying? But it could be this person. All right, let me get two more, and then I'm going to end this. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you are here, hit the like button, please. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated, what part resonated with you. It says run away. It says, would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. This came out in the reverse. This came out in reverse. I feel like, I don't know why I feel like there's been enough running. I hear that there's been enough running. It has nothing to do with what's that said on the card, but I feel like it's been enough running. Okay, and then the last card says, When I look into your eyes, the whole world stops and I forget where I am. That wanted to come out reverse, but then it flipped. So what I'm getting is two messages from that. First of all, you may like how their eyes look, or vice versa. Or it's just like they could give a certain type of look. You know what I'm saying? Like they have those bedroom dreamy kind of, they give a kind of seductress kind of, it could be that, or it could be that this person, maybe when you're with this person, you can't focus. Like there's a lot going on in your life. You can't focus when they're around, or they remind you of other things and you can't focus. I was getting several different things from that, so I'm gonna just pull one more just for the fuck of it, because that one kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Okay, what is this here? I'm a better person because of you. I feel more optimistic and full of life. So this is definitely somebody who came in your life and made an impression. This is somebody who came into your life and did change you in some type of way. They put you onto something. They helped you heal. Something about this person is very significant to your life overall. All right, so that's what I have for you. If you've made it this far into the reading, please hit that like button, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if it resonated, if it didn't resonate. Put a heart in the comments down below, guys. If you want to manifest any part of this reading for it to be true, put it down in the comments. I claim X, Y, and Z part of the reading. All right, and I will see you guys next time.